Template's completely unnecessary for this bait. Okie dokie, dudes. That's not even, that's not. There's a dental surgery weighing heavy on my mind as of late. We're gonna try to squeak out a one day right before that happens. I'm working on a big fancier bait right now, but I figured while I'm recovering from my surgery coming up, I need something to edit. That's gonna be this. One day! 10:49. Whoa. I am regressing. Strange. That is the largest dead meat custom lure eye that I own. This is going to be the lure. Nothing but eye. Of course it needs some like buoyancy. There'll be wood behind this, but it'll be pretty much just this with a lip on it. I've never made a bait where it's just a circle with a lip sticking off. I'm sure it's been done before, but I've never done it. So this starts with the drilling on the drill press. I need a nice center hole on both sides that will guide my large, I think 1 1/4 inch Forstner bit. That's the size of the eye, 30 millimeter-ish. The largest eye is this I've ever used on a bait, 30 millimeter. Groundbreaking territory. Then it's off to the bandsaw and just cutting around that, leaving a little bit of space so the eye doesn't exist in a vacuum. It has a border. Probably just gonna paint the whole thing black. Focus on the eye. That's the point of this. One day! Then I need to make some marks, define the perimeter of the lip slot. I have this pre-made lip, and it's just perfect for this bait. A little bit of arch support on the bottom with a tab that goes into the slot. And holy smokes, I'm gonna remember, just remembered. Get that lead pot plugged in. Back to the most challenging task of any one day. I've said that like 20 times already this video. It's getting a little excessive. It's finding the right Dremel bit in my disorganized box of Dremel bits. Alright, that was enough for that tab to go in, but then there's this. I didn't really account for that. There's that larger chunky section that needs to be inserted just to smidge it as well. I'm gonna trace around that and accommodate for it. Like that. Let's accommodate. Fantastic. Now I can decide where I want the line tie, which is about right in there. Boom. And then rear hook hanger, about right there. Boom. Decision's made instantly. I like it. Broke off the tip of my lead into the bait. That's okay. And then lead hole. That just needs to go straight on the bottom. 1/2 inch. And you know what? I didn't drill these large eye sockets in my hand. Ooh, 1/2 inch is a lot. That's gonna break through the edges. 3/4. And I don't regret not doing that. I'm happy that I used the drill press for those. You can't get much more of a solid grip on an object than a little puck, you know? That wasn't going anywhere. I was perfectly safe. I was gripping a puck. We're gonna UV resin in this lip. Gonna give it the scuff beforehand. Yeah, full squeeze out. First try. Just getting it even. I strive for too much perfection on this step. Well, why was it standing up beforehand? Like trying to call the hypocrisy out on my fishing lure. That is in there. I've never used one of those lips before. With a little tab that expands out into a thicker tab. No clue what kind of plastic it is either. It might be like not good, so we'll see if the lure breaks while we're using it on this one day. I had a 1/16 inch drill bit. At one point in my life, it was mine. I feel like such a dork when I use a manual drill twisty thing like this by hand, but that was faster than looking for the drill bit for my drill. Is the lead hot? Oh yeah. Lead's hot. Lead's still just a little hot, which thins out the UV resin and makes it flow nice and soak into the wood a little better. Alright, I'm gonna sand that down flush, add the hardware, seal the bait. start painting. Super glue, squirt it in a cup, time to seal. I just nuked it with accelerator. I just don't want the super glue that soaked into the wood to catch up and bubble out. And if you get a lot of accelerator on it quick, it seems like it keeps it from doing that. So this bait has a hole going straight through the middle of it. We're gonna have to make sure we get a really good seal on the eye and keep that airtight, or else when we clear coat, it'll bubble on the edge of the eye. Bubbles are the enemy. Time to paint. Starting with black. Wicked opaque jet black. Very black. The only blacker black that I got is black 3.0. And it really doesn't make a difference if you use this or this after you put a clear coat on it. This is only blacker if you don't clear coat it, which I clear coat everything, so it's useless to me. I had to look up online. I think that's the exact eye I'm using right there. $279. Dead Meat Customs. On his website, just to make sure that we have the correct orientation here. Let's get liberal with the application of this medium thick clear super glue. Make a nice little seal around that hole. Dark spot goes down like that. That's one side. Looks ridiculous. It's just a giant eye puck. It's looking a lot better with a clear coat. Doesn't that look just so much more lovely? Out of anything ever to have a chance to bubble, this thing was it, right here. And I think we kept it to a minimum. It's good. It looks great. And the eye looks fantastic. Everything's sharp. There's one tiny little bubble right down there in that corner, like right there. Barely noticeable. That was a success. Good old eye puck. Please float, please float, please float. It's a slow sink. But from what I just saw right there, that's probably preferable. It comes up so hard. It's like a slow sink wake bait. Okay, never mind. That's fall time. Top water's not as gnarly. Having it kind of fall slowly, and it's like real slow. That's a super slow sink rate. That's like an inch per second. Nice and stable. Let me get my phone so you guys can actually see. It's just resting on the hook down there. That's pretty well weighed. Alright, I cannot complain about that. One little bit. It can be a wake bait. It can run shallow, and it has a nice wobble, and I can get it down there. Perfect. I was thinking one thing, and then the bait was like, no, this is what you want. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. Thank you, bait. Let's go make it official. I come here so much to fish about this time of the year. I don't think it's because of the fishing. I just like it here. We need hungrier, dumber fish, Bob Saget. It's 3 o'clock, 4 more hours of daylight. Let's keep going. Every time I come down here, I feel like all the geese tell the fish somebody's coming. The geese are paid off. Here we go. Do they like a vibrating eyeball? Fish on. Oh man, I had to wait for that bite. I saw it following for like multiple seconds there. It's official. Bass like eyes. 30 millimeter, oversized eyes. It's official, fellas. Pretty much had to shove that bait all the way up that pipe and work it out as slow as possible. Be free. In the duckweed. Thank goodness we got something. That was looking rough. 304. It's official. Oh. That was another hit. Oh my goodness. We're getting hits today. Ooh. I just had a hit out there. There's another. Oh my goodness. It didn't even like blow up. He just like slurped it and didn't break the surface of the water. There's another. Caught me off guard. Just barely slurped it. It's official again. Shoom. Some unexpected slurpage. That was in October, I think it's the 7th, topwater bass, middle of the day. Very nice. It's a good sign it wasn't just one lucky bass. Maybe we'll get more. Fish on. It feels a bit better, but it's probably the same size. No, it's feeling a bit better. What is this? A bigger bass. That's a good bass. Look at that long bass. Oh yeah. Barely hooked. It's official. Long bass, like 30 millimeter eyes. Be free. Sweet, man. We didn't catch just dinks today even. This thing's working. That was way, way out there, and I barely started to reel. Oh, whoa! Another one, didn't even reel. It's definitely not a long bass. No, new species. Whoa, huge sunfish. That thing is a monster. Extra thick boy. Went for the 30 millimeter eye. It's official. Sunfish covered in goose fuzz. Like eyes. Beef. All right. Doing good. 2 species. Is it gone? Come back here with me. The spot's down here. Look at those deer. Buck back there with antlers. Looking at us. Do you see him? Big one in the back.
Oh, you.
Yep. They'll just stare at us all night. We got a fish. Right up here, Finny. They're probably in there, and they're in here, okay? You can cast your bait out into there. Good cast. Oh! I just had a fish hit my bait, Finn. Holy smokes. Oh, is that a full clam? Watch out. Those can be, is it rotten? Yeah, don't touch that, it's dead and rotten. Ow, okay, Finn, you hit me. Don't move towards me when you're casting. Oh, fish on. Oh. All right, that's third species on this bait. It's official.
Hey, can I have that?
Let's go to the big camera and show them, okay?
Can we bring that home?
No, this is a smallmouth. We don't eat smallmouth. Smallmouth. Like 30 millimeter, nothing but eye. That's what I caught. Did you see what I made?
Yeah.
It's just an eye.
Can I release him?
Can you hold him by the mouth? Yeah. Really tight. He's strong. Okay. Walk to the water. There you go. It's official. Be free.
Be free. You just walk over. Yeah. That was crazy.
We got a smallmouth. Yeah, it wasn't even reeling. It just hit that eye. It saw the eye, wanted the eye. My goodness, Finny. You almost hit me with that every time. It is. It's getting a little late. Good work, we caught one. Let's go. Oh, look who's back. Oh, there he goes. And he's gone. The nothing but eye bait went better than expected. Luckily, they happened to be hitting topwater during the making of this video, and it produced a bunch of fish. Pretty sweet for what it is. The function in action decided to be better than what I was planning for too, so that's like an A. Worked really good. I'm just gonna give it an A. It did great. It's exceeded expectations, and there was like 0 complaints along the way. It was a fantastic A-official one day. I have a surgery tomorrow. They're gonna put implants in. Thanks for watching. On to the next bait. Unexpected slurpage. Let's get liberal. Right in there. Pretty much had to shove that bait all the way up that pipe. Little hot. All right. No, this is what you want.